and gentlemen, boys and girls, this the Newsbeat presented to you by Ladies Like. Follow the beat from the studio to the street. Info with the flow keeps you sharp and in the know. Sit back, relax, enjoy the news. Follow. The International Criminal Justice Body is here to protect against crimes against humanity, but the court has been accused of being mistreated and abused, serving political and business interests, and usually pursuing African criminals best. Some say if justice is to be international, it will treat all criminals as equal. Uganda and Kenya vow to live and run their own justice. Other leaders have refused to pay the court and needed a visit. This time, it's President Pierre Nkurunziza who said Burundi is planning a withdrawal. Nkurunziza is or was on the ICC's hot seat for crimes he says he didn't commit. In the meantime, hundreds of people died, and ICC or not, criminals will continue to hide. The government will soon vote a law to leave the ICC so that they claim they will be free. Free to do what? That's another question. But who will run the investigation? Independent journalists are on the blacklist, and political opposition and activists have ceased to resist. President Mugabe has so much to deal with. Our reporter Oki Forever is here with more details.
Zimbabwe has had only one head of state since its independence in 1980, and over the years the country has gone from the jewel of Africa to the land of scarcity. President Mugabe's draconian rule and the country's mismanagement has given rise to multiple opposition movements. President Mugabe has depended on brutal tactics to deal with dissent and stay in the presidential office, but the current movements have proved much harder to silence as they have taken the advantage of the social media to express their discontent. From local citizens and church leaders to political and right activists, most Zimbabweans are now openly rising against Mugabe's divide and rule politics. Even some key members of the country's security forces are no longer blindly loyal to the president's policies. The war veterans who have always sided with the president's unpopular decisions are now openly defying their leader, who is also the patron of the association. Zimbabwe's youth and rights activists have led the social media campaign against the government, like activist and Mugabe critic Itai Zamara, who disappeared while in the hands of the state security agents, which caused a backlash against the regime and led to a protest. And although President Mugabe authorized the ban of protests in the troubled nation, the judiciary did not act on the directive, which was also challenged by the opposition. President Robert Mugabe now faces an uphill battle ahead of the 2018 general elections as the 92-year-old leader struggles with age, sickness, a collapsing economy, and dissenting voices in his party and the opposition. I'm Oki Forever, reporting for Newsbeat.
Thank you, Oki Forever, for that report. The African American dream is finally put to life. Our reporter Tushi Polo is here with the details.
American history is stored in the Smithsonian Institution's museums, and the country's culture is documented in several mediums. The African American Museum is the latest addition to the institution to showcase the African Americans' experience in their contributions. African American civil veterans were the first to come up with the idea in 1915 in order to commemorate America's black experience in the country's war within. A century later, the museum has finally been built to store African American history after former President George Bush had signed a law authorizing its construction in 2003. The African American Museum had to start without any antiquities, and it gathered artifacts and memorabilia in 15 American cities. Ordinary citizens donated most of the museum's treasures and contributed to the 40,000 objects the museum now has. Each object highlights a chapter in America's history, which includes perseverance, liberty, and slavery. The museum also documents African American achievements in the fields of music, arts, military, sports, and entertainment. African art was the inspiration behind the museum's architecture, as Ghanaian-born architect David Ajayi designed the $540 million structure. The architecture symbolizes hands lifted in prayer as an expression of faith, resilience, and hope, and is conveniently situated at the heart of DC Washington's cultural landscape. On the 24th of September this year, the museum was opened officially and is expected to receive at least 5 million visitors annually. The museum comforts America's history of slavery and racial oppression as much as it celebrates the African Americans in their progression. I'm Tushi Polo, reporting for Newsbeat.
Thank you, Tushi Polo, for that report. The idea of a female auto mechanic has some men clutching their hearts in a panic, but they are being challenged by a progressive woman. Nigeria's first female mechanic, Sandra Agwaba, is raising the bar. She's breaking stereotypes while fixing cars. When she was young, Sandra dreamt that Jesus Christ was teaching her how to fix cars. So she set her sight on becoming a mechanic. Even though it was a taboo, she knew anything a man could do, she could do too. The road to success was paved with problems, and Sandra had to work 5 times as hard to solve these problems. But she had a vision and never lost hope. She learned the ropes and all the nuts and bolts. Sandra has been a mechanic now for 32 years. years and has owned a garage for 22 years. Sandra became an engineer and trailblazer, but didn't stop there. She became a leader and started a ladies mechanic initiative to help other women acquire skills and believe that they can succeed and support their families through developing themselves and their abilities. She focused on vulnerable groups like sex workers, school dropouts, orphans, and young mothers. Over 1,000 have graduated between 5 states, providing jobs for themselves and changing their fate. This engineer is preparing cars, families, and lives, and proving you can achieve great things if you strive. That was the news on the beat. Next week will be another hit. Still ladies like reporting live and direct with love and respect. Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.
Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Yes, follow the beat.